Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. And find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Keep up to date with what's on Sewing Street and Yarn Lane, as well as all the latest news and special offers by signing up to our email newsletters. For Sewing Street, head on over to www.sewingstreet.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and you're done. It's exactly the same for Yarn Lane. Head on over to www.yarnlane.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and that's it. You are now subscribed to both Sewing Street's and Yarn Lane's email newsletters, so you'll never miss out on the latest news and special offers ever again.
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Hello everyone, Carol Ibbetson here of Cool Wool Designs, and I love to knit and crochet. I work as a technical pattern editor for yarn companies such as Rowan and Stylecraft, on magazines for both knitting and crochet, independent designers such as Liliaborn Crochet, and I've worked on some beautiful books over the years. I've gathered a number of hints and tips along the way which I like to give to my students on workshops. These aren't running at the moment, but I'm setting them all up as online courses as we speak. My design journey started with knitted accessories, using colourwork techniques such as Fair Isle, brioche and other things such as shellac. But it wasn't until I started designing with crochet and came across the mosaic crochet technique that I really felt I'd found my mojo. The geometric patterns lend themselves so well to designing, and I've come up with a series of contemporary bags which have a bit of a vintage feel about them. The technique itself is a lot easier to do than it looks, believe me, and I'm going to be teaching it to you on Yarn Lane. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. See you soon everybody, happy crafting!
Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. and find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com. Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Hello, welcome to Yarn Lane. We are the only shopping channel totally and utterly dedicated to everything yarn-wise, whether it's knitting or crochet or macrame or anything like that. And you are loving it. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're only on for an hour, so please sit back and enjoy the next hour because it is so sumptuous and gorgeous what we're doing today. Carol's here, going to be doing some knitting with us in a minute. But before we do that, I need to show you the website. You go to www.yarnlane.com. You click on Watch Live, and then you can send in a message if you want to on the box there. But if you go down to pre-order, that is everything that we have for sale this hour. Now, what happens is in a minute, this will go to two columns because as soon as we play anything through, there will be a column on the left-hand side saying show deal. So if it's something that you want to see that we've played already, they'll be on the left, but pre-order will be on the right still until we introduce it on the show. So I am just about to introduce you to every Monday, we do a Yarn Lane Loves. And basically, Rebecca Reed, who is the, she's the driving force of Yarn Lane. She is Yarn Lane. She does everything. She's brilliant, right? But she picks something that she wants every Monday so that she can have it after the show. And you can go with her and have the loveliness with her. This is today's now. You kind of look at that thinking, well, what's this then? What's this pony? What's this pony here? Anyway, look, so if we're going to unpop it, look. How beautiful is this? It's the Yarn Lane Loves. Now, I apologise if I say this wrong. Chazidra, knitting accessory case, filled. Well, you're telling me it's filled. Now, the thing I read, it had written down everything that you get in here. Hang on. I've got it here. So I can show you on the back of here. Look. Yours comes in a box. Yours will come in a box, you see. So we're going to start here. Well, obviously, you've got your little stalk scissors in there, held in with a little strap. There you go. There's your little stalk scissors in there. Then here, you've got your pair stitch markers. Then this is a U-cable needle. Then these, I know what these are. These are wool needles. Then you've got a darner, or they call it a tapestry needle in here. Then you've got a pickup needle. Oh, no, hang on. There you go. You've got, yeah, it is is that the pickup needle? Is that the pickup needle? That's just like a crochet hook to me. Anyway, you get that, and you get this, which is your stitch holder, which I was calling a kilt pin a minute ago. So you get all of those in this gorgeous case, filled with golden temptations. Create beauty with pony. Luxury on-trend felt case, lovingly hand-finished and beautifully presented. Right? We do have a price comparison. Is it a direct comparison? Oh, it is indeed. £32.99. There it is. So you could go there and buy it for £32.99 if you wanted to. And it's in stock. Oh, there's Dorothy. There's Dorothy. Every time we show that website, Dorothy comes up asking if we want her. That Dorothy works ever so hard, doesn't she? Anyway, I have no idea what you use this for. I might ask Carol in a minute what that's for. Oh, she's looking at me now going, I don't know, John. It's called a U-cable, yeah. U-cable needle, it's called. Yeah. Well, I'll ask you that in a minute then. Right, brilliant. Beautiful, aren't they? Really, really lovely quality. £27.99. That is today's Yarn Lane Loves. Now, on the website, in the pre-order, you'll also see needles and you'll also see yarn bobbins. I might not get to them today, but they're on pre-order underneath there on the website. So let me push that to one side because I've got all these beautiful, beautiful things to show you now. Right, now how we're going to do it, Rebecca Reed brought in wicker baskets from home when she did a show like this. I haven't got wicker baskets home, so neither's Hannah. So we're going to do it like this, because this is how yours will arrive, right? So I've got the code for this, on the inside flap of my box. No, it's not. No. Anyway, I'll come back to that one, because that'll be the one that's left over. So we'll do this one first then. This one is QH6618. And in this box... Oh, this is the lovely Daub's cushion, which we'll show you a picture of now, because look at all these amazing... Right, you get the book. You do get the book. Look at all these amazing yarns here. Just beautiful. I'll show you a picture of the finished thing. There it is. Oh, that's a strange picture. Is that your leg, Carol? Is that in your garden? Look at this. You get all of this. You get... Oh, there's more. There's more. There's more. I wonder why that one's in a bag. Anyway, you get all of these. Beautiful. It's £114.99. We'll be on split pay. 2 payments of £57.49. So you get all this beautiful, beautiful yarn here. Felted tweed it is. Felted tweed is what it's called. Colours by Kaffe, a felted effect yarn made with merino wool and alpaca. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, this is very limited. Very, very limited. Makes a huge, huge cushion, that one as well. The pattern, there it is on the shelf. Here, it's in the book. It'll be in the book. Let me just find it for you. So in this bundle, you get this. You get this in the bundle as well. So there it is, the paint daubs. But you get all those other patterns in there as well. But you get the book plus the yarn to make the paint daubs cushion. Oh, look, beautiful. There it is. Fabulous. So that's that one. That's that one. We'll start off with that one. So then the next one, we're keeping it all together because we don't want anybody to get mixed up. That's limited, by the way. That one is limited. Right. So then I'm moving on to BA6605. This is the little scarf. It's not that little. It's lovely. Beautiful scarf. Still of the lady wearing it. There she is. It's called the Colours in the Mist Scarf Kit. Now, again, you get the book. It's not the scarf. I'm going to cover that up because it's not that scarf there. There you go. There she is. Again, you get a different book this time. But look, all these colours, aren't they beautiful? £122.99 this one. And split pay, £61.49. 2 payments of £61.49. Again, you get the book. And then you get this exquisite, exquisite yarn. It's like a little stripy scarf. Carol's got the real thing over there. So when we come to go meet Carol, well, you'll be able to see this one. But you did just see a picture of the lady wearing it there. £122.99. There she is. It's very classy, isn't it? Look at the size of her chest set. £122.99. The colours are just exquisite, aren't they? Obviously, we can show, if you want to see any of these in more detail, Let me know as the show goes on and I can get them out the box and show you them all the different colours. So, and again, you get this book with lots and lots of patterns in. Oh, there's the scarf, right? But look, you could also make, like, what we do is we give you enough yarn to make the scarf. But look, you could also have the pattern for the jumper. All different lovely projects in there. You get this book with it. You do get this book with it. Fabulous, right? So that's that one. Now I've got this one, which is JW6637. Which is the big, oh there, that's this scarf. That's the scarf on the front of the booklet there. So this one is £138 and 99 pence. I'll get it for you. I've got it on my side of the set, this one, so I can show you in a second. There we go. So this is just called the Sampler Scarf Kit. And there's all your yarns. And this is beautiful. This is just exquisite, isn't it? Look. Isn't that lovely? Look at it. And it's double-sided, look. It's double-sided. That's amazing, isn't it? Look. It's the longest day today, the night story in after today. Winter's on its way, get your heating back on. Well, no, somebody messaged in earlier, didn't they, say they were so cold they were putting the heating on today. Just wrap yourself in that lovely scarf. And again, you get the book with all the instructions, not just for that one scarf, but for several projects in there. Then I've got one more. Well, I've got two more, actually. This one here is IS6664. Different book this time. There we go. This is the big throw, the big checkerboard throw, which you're going to see Carol. Now, there's so much yarn on this one. £179.99. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. You don't get the rocking horse or the grandfather clock. That's a posh house, isn't it? Is that your house, Carol? So you get the book. You get the book. Look at all this. Look at all this. I'm sorry, but look. 3 split payments, that one of £59.99. Look, I know. Never stops. I've still got more. Look. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at all those colours. I'd buy them and just have those in a bowl in my lounge. They're just beautiful, beautiful colours, aren't they? And you get the book, which has got more than just that, the instructions for that one in. So that only leaves now the card. Is it? Which one haven't we done? Yeah, so that must be. I've only got one more box. Is there a box been left out? Right, okay, so this, I don't know what this is. Which one is then? One box got left behind. So I'll do this. It's not even open. That's Emma, because your Elliot was chatting her up, he was. Oh, be with you in a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. Poor old Carol. She's only got an hour to do all her knitting. There we go. So this one here is WE6621. This one is the cardie. It's more than a cardie, though. It's more than a cardie. Look at all these colours again. They're amazing. Hannah wants this, but don't let that put you off. Shall we see a picture of it? Oh, that's... where? Oh, there's the grandfather clock again. That's Hannah waiting for a train. Look. So you get the book again. You do get the book with that one. £144.99, split, pay 2 payments of £72.49. That's Hannah in my house wondering where she is, you see. I wish. Right, that means the last one here then. Oh my word, this is a... So this one with no label on made the squiggle cushion, did it? Jaunty weave, not squiggle, John. Jaunty weave. There she is. That looks like somebody else's hand at the bottom, doesn't it? Doesn't look like her hand. Anyway, I'm just going to show you like this because there's so much, you get so much yarn on this one. There's loads, and I want Carol to start some knitting. I've got the pillow on this side, haven't I? Hang on. I need Hannah to come out of the gallery. It's huge, by the way. It doesn't look that big when she's holding it, does it? That's beautiful. I love all of these. I love them all. How much is that one? 149.99. Carol, I'm exhausted. So, I mean, these are just, I mean, I know they're considered purchases, but they, to me, they're worth every penny.
They're absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? And they will last a long time. They'll be like heirloom projects.
Yeah,
really.
oh yes, totally.
Absolutely, yeah.
Don't be leaving them on the tube or anything like that.
No,
when we go to the V&A
definitely not, definitely not. Okay, what
so what are
shall
you
we
going to show us today?
Start with? I think I'll start with this because this lovely cushion, the Paint Daubs cushion, it's a mixture of what's called Intarsia. You might know all about that.
I've heard of it, yes.
And a little bit at the top there, which is a little bit of Fair Isle to do the Paint Daubs at the top.
Oh, I didn't even notice those.
Yeah, slightly. It makes all the, it makes that little sort of effect from
Well,
the paint.
that's what you're paying for, isn't it? The design,
absolutely.
the colour, the quality and everything, yeah.
Absolutely. So what I've got here is the bit with the Intarsia, which is where you do little sections of yarn, which is why I've got lots of little bits and pieces here. So I'm just going to finish off one Intarsia row and then show you how you move into the Fair Isle section.
Okay, so what's Intarsia then?
So I'll show you right when we get up to this different colour. This is what Intarsia is. So you do blocks of colour. So we've got a blue section going on there and then we're moving into the green. But you don't carry it along. What you do have to do though is make a little twist so that you don't have a hole left at the back. So I've just twisted the blue around the green and now I'm going to carry on with the green to the next bit. So the idea of Intarsia is only one colour at a time and then you twist and use the next colour.
Of course, but they're all attached all the time,
They're all attached all the time and that is why, here we go, I'm swapping again to a blue. It's a separate blue, obviously, because it's for a different section. So you have to have lots of little sections of yarn.
And that's where these yarn bobbins come in handy, isn't it?
Yeah, potentially, although personally I have to say I prefer lots of bits of yarn.
But they're not on balls.
Through.
So you just cut off like a couple of metres of each one?
Yep, just a long section of each. That's the way I work. But you can use bobbins or you can make your own sort of butterfly bobbins as well that you just wind around your fingers. So.
Oh my word, so you can have 5 colours all wrapped around your fingers and you're going to knit.
But this is a tiny section, look, so you are actually going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 different bits of yarn for that cushion. And more if you do the blanket. Okay, now I'm moving into the Fair Isle bit, which is where when you get to the main the colours of the blocks, mine isn't the same colour, obviously, I didn't have those colours, then you swap around. So let's see how that works. So the first bit is still the main colour. So I just knit those first 3 stitches.
And what stitch are we doing? Is it a straightforward stitch all the time?
It's just stocking stitch,
stitch,
so knit on the right side and purl on the wrong side. So now we're getting into the green. So I will actually just twist at the beginning, like we did before.
Yeah.
And knit 1 in green and then 1 in blue. And I like to use both hands.
Yeah.
Strand it across the back. Now, don't pull too tight here. We've looked at this before with you guys. You don't pull too tight, otherwise it will pucker.
Yeah.
So 1 green, 1 blue. Just keep it nice and spread out on the right-hand needle.
Yeah.
1 green.
I can see why you don't want the yarn bobbins, because you'd have 11 clattering on the table.
Yeah, and I find they actually tangle up in each other, and that gets me very frustrated.
Okay.
So, and now, because we're at the end of this section, we can actually carry on and use that same blue if we wanted, that we've just used, because we're going to do a whole section in blue.
Yeah.
Or we can use the next one. I'm going to use the next one because it's just come to hand.
Right.
So blue across to the next block of colour, which is this gorgeous pink, which is called Barbara for some bizarre reason.
We love it. Barbara, it could be, what's her name? Barbara Cartland.
Maybe.
Who always wore pink,
Always
didn't she?
wore pink.
Yeah.
Hey, you could be right there, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of that. So here we are, we're doing Fair Isle again. So one pink, pick up the blue, one blue. And if you prefer to use one hand, it's not a problem. There's a pink and there's a blue, done with one hand. I like to do with two because I can keep hold of both yarns at the same time and keep the tension going.
They just said in the gallery they don't know who Barbara Cartland is.
Oh, bless them. They're all too young, John.
Yeah.
All
Bodice
too
rippers.
young.
You not heard of a bodice ripper? No.
So that's the Fair Isle row.
Okay. And what's the finished effect then? Is it
It's like it
little
is hard to see, but it's like a little sort of. Can we?
Yeah, Emma.
Can I get it down? I can get
I'll
it
bring
down.
it down, light on the table. Yeah.
I'll be looking at that scarf later.
Yeah.
It's tricky to see, but it's a little sort of just a little bit there.
Yes,
you know
I
the
see.
effect you get when you're. I guess it's a paintbrush.
Yes,
you get little
yes.
stripes at the
Yeah, because
beginning.
it's a paint daub, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's really quite clever.
That's
It's
such an
only
added.
small.
I hadn't even noticed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only small, but I think it does make a really
It
nice
really
effect.
pops in the lime colour, doesn't it?
Yep,
You can really see it in the
absolutely.
lime colour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. So there's enough wool, I take it, in the kit to knit the back as well then? There must
Yeah,
be-
so it's done in this bright yellow, so I presume that's in the kit
Yeah,
the same for the bright yellow at the back.
Beautiful. It's a nice big size as well, isn't
It's
it?
gorgeous, yeah. Oh, I can just imagine loafing on the sofa on that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Loafing.
Yes.
Do you do much loafing?
No, not really. Too busy, John, too busy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So we have one more row on the reverse side of that, but it's exactly the same.
But we're purling now, are we?
But
going
we're
back?
purling. So should we just do a little bit
Yeah,
of that one?
We've got plenty of time.
So start off with the blues, and then we're going to, I will twist. I always tend to twist at the beginning of a block,
Right.
just so that we don't get any holes. And then pearl
Yeah.
with the pink and pearl with the blue. I'm not as good purling with my other hand, as you
No.
can see. I think I'd have enough practice by now, wouldn't
Yeah,
you? But
exactly.
there you go.
And what I want to know though is if you've cut your wool off
Yeah.
to like, how long a piece would you cut? A couple of meters?
Metre and a half,
Okay.
maybe.
What happens when you get to the end of that bit of?
Well, it's just like joining in a new yarn. So when you joined in your colourful yarns here,
Yeah.
it's just like joining that in again. And I would tend to do it at the beginning of a row if
I was going to say you don't want to stop halfway through,
no,
do you?
not really.
Yeah.
Although, having said that, these felted tweed ones are so good at joining to each other, you know, because they're sort of, they've got this lovely sort of halo effect of the tweed.
Yeah.
So they do. You can join them and not even see that it's been done.
Oh, wow.
So, but yeah, try and do it at the beginning of a row.
Yeah.
But I just think it makes it so much easier. Here we go, blue, green, to cater with your colours, because if they're not attached to anything, you just pull them through as
Yeah,
you need
of course.
them. And I do get a bit frustrated with Intarsia when I've got bobbins.
Yeah.
But that's just a personal thing. I saw some Chinese chap on Facebook doing some Intarsia, and he had hundreds of them,
Oh my God.
and he was managing them perfectly.
Yeah. I suppose to
not
each to his
for me.
own, isn't it, really?
So that's that little paint effect at the top there. So
Oh, there we go.
how cool is that?
Lovely.
Yeah. And then just a whole load of blue lines, so
Yeah.
you've to do the in-between bits.
So the actual
So-
knitting is quite simple.
It
It's
is.
just that you've got to concentrate on when you're bringing your other colour in and things
Yes,
like that.
that's right, yeah. Yeah,
But the actual,
it's actually quite
so,
easy.
Yeah, so really you're doing rows and rows and rows of the background colour.
Yep.
Then you just introduce the other colours. Then it's only the Fair Isle bit where you've got that little bit you just showed us.
That's right, and it's
And then
only
you're back to
two
the blue
rows.
again, yeah.
So it actually is quite a nice, simple colour knit.
Yes.
As long as you're happy to have lots of ends.
Threads coming down. Yeah.
And in another one, I'm going to show you how you can weave them in as you go.
Oh,
as
okay,
well.
brilliant.
So we'll be seeing that in a minute.
So what would you like to show next then?
Shall we do the weaving in as you go?
Yeah, you might as well. Is
Now
that
I've
from
mentioned
the
it.
blanket then?
No, that's the one I've just moved and dropped on the floor, which is this.
Oh no, I've
Colours
not
in the
seen this one
Mist.
before.
Colours in the Mist scarf.
This is beautiful. This
It's
one.
absolutely
this is one
gorgeous,
I'd wear,
'cause
this one.
Each little section of colour is two rows in two different colours, and
Oh,
it really makes
yes.
them pop out.
Doesn't
I
it?
think it really. For example, that like that blue with that sort of paley pinky.
Yeah.
It just makes it pop really
Now I need to
well.
warn you, these have been very busy on pre-order. There's only 2 of these left now.
They're absolutely gorgeous. I love
2
this.
left.
And the thing that might put people off this is whenever in knitting you're doing one row in one colour, that means you're starting at one end, finishing at the other, so you've got ends both sides.
Right. Oh,
and then
yes,
you've got
of
another
course.
row in a different colour, ends both sides. So the easiest way to do this, and I think that's how they've done this as well, is to weave the ends in as you go.
Right.
So that's
you
the
don't,
back.
at the end, I can see it in the lilac, in the pale pink. Yeah.
Been woven in as you've actually worked, to save you having to sew them all in at the
So
end.
rather than, yes, you can say, because otherwise you would
Oh,
have
can you
however
imagine?
many hundreds of rows.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you how to weave them in.
Okay.
Oops, I've got a circular needle here that's not behaving itself
Okay.
very well. I'll just
it's
show
very-
you
is
the
it
back.
new?
No,
like
but
it's very
some
bendy.
of them are more bendy than others.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see what I've done here. I have woven in the ends. This is just a tiny little section of
Yeah,
the scarf.
yeah. That'd be a baby scarf.
But I've still left the ends in the middle.
Right.
And now at the end, all I've got to do is cut them off because they are woven in. But I do like to leave them because sometimes as you're working, because you're jiggling back and forth,
Yeah.
you can maybe get a bit loose end here. So if you leave your ends till the very end, even though you've woven them in, you can still sort of adjust them slightly, give them a little tug,
Yes.
and then spread it out again. And then at the end, chop
You
them
just
all
chop
off.
those off.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so they're secure enough to be able to do that then, obviously.
Yes, they are, yeah. Yeah. So here we go. Let's introduce a new colour. Now this scarf has a couple of stitches in garter stitch at the beginning to give it a nice edge in the, well, what I'm using is cream, but that is like a blue.
Yeah.
Now we start the new colour. So this is how I join a new colour. I've just got two, well, I was going to say colours at random, but these happen to be my 2 favourite colours. Lime green and pink.
Okay.
So this is how I join in a new colour.
Right.
I just hang it over the top and grab it underneath and pull it up right to the edge there. Can you see?
Yeah.
Just a loop. Then I tend to just hold everything together in my fingers until I've done the first stitch. And then just give it a little tighten. That just hangs those 2 together. So now we've got this green that we want to weave in. Very simple. You just go to knit your next stitch and just hold it over the top of that needle.
Yeah. So she's just knitting into the next.
Knit the next stitch, and as you knit that stitch, it traps that end.
Yeah.
And then when you knit the next stitch, it traps it this side as well.
Oh, I see. So,
So
you're
you
literally
do, yeah.
weaving it in as you
You
go
are.
along.
So one over the one over the needle,
Yeah.
and you can do one straight. One over the, that's the way I do it anyway. One
Yeah.
over the needle,
No, that makes sense.
and then one straight.
And how many would you do to make it secure?
That's a good question. I've left this a bit short, but let me just see how many I've actually done now, because this looks about right to me.
There's only one of these kits left, by the way.
So
Just one kit left.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 stitches or so,
Okay.
maybe.
And that's
And
secure
that will be
enough.
secure. And as I say, if you leave that little tail, you can tighten it up if you
So
need
is it just
to.
running along the when it's finished? Is it just running along the inside the underneath of the
Yeah,
stitch? Oh, there you go.
it's doing a little
Yeah.
loopy thing.
Yeah.
As
Oh,
you
I see.
go.
And then when you get to the end of it, you just carry on knitting as per normal.
So now we carry on as normal, and then we're going to introduce the second colour going back on the purl row.
Oh, of
but
course,
it's
yeah.
exactly the same, method of weaving it in. So, but the other thing you need to remember is because this has 2 stitches in the base colour at either end, you will have a little bit of the base colour, which is this end here at the end.
But
so
that doesn't matter.
no, I just twist it round to avoid a hole. So the green's gone over the top of that creamy colour. Knit 2. And that's got us to the end.
Does the back of a purl stitch look like a knit stitch then?
Yes, that's
Because-
exactly what it is.
Because you know exactly what's the back and the front of them, but you're stitching one row that way and then you're turning it back to front and doing your purl, aren't
Yep.
you? So if you turn it back and do a knit, you'll end up on the main side, you'll end up with a knit and then the back of a knit stitch and then a knit and the back of a knit. So the back of a purl looks like a knit, so it looks like the whole thing looks normal.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
I've
got it now. That's only how long have I been doing yarn lane? That's I kept thinking, because you keep turning them round, and I was like, but now you're knitting along the back of it. But obviously, yeah.
A purl is a knit in reverse.
Yeah.
So yeah. So now we're going to introduce the pink. We've still got a green tail to deal with, but that's not a problem. So our 2 knit stitches for this, because that creates the flat bit at the edge. Yeah. Bring that round to the back between the needles. And now I'm going to join in my pink.
Next one. So you do the same thing, you wrap it round.
Well, you can do if you want to. I do tend to, but you could actually just start knitting with it if you wanted.
Okay.
With a loop.
Yeah.
Which is what some people do. So I'm just going to get my first stitch done. Once you've got your first stitch done, you can tighten everything up. Yeah. So that's a purl. So now I've got my green, I've got my pink.
Right.
I can actually weave them in together. It's not an issue. So
she says.
She says. So there's a purl. So you just stick it over there.
Yeah.
This time, weave it up, weave it down.
So you're just catching it in each time, aren't you? I'm sure there's an equivalent with sewing, you know, like that, because it reminds me of something that I've done in the past.
Does it?
Can't remember what it is now. But it's where you enclose the old one inside the new one, as it were.
Yeah, and it is very secure. And in fact, if you were to weave in your ends at the end, you'd probably do you would be doing something very similar, but you might actually split the yarns as well.
And also, it's going to take you forever to put them all in, isn't it?
So I've got almost, about 8, 9 stitches there. So I'll just drop them now and carry on to the end.
And then those, so when you've done your 8 or 9 stitches, they're the ones further down that you've got sticking out, that at the end, when it's all finished, you can just cut off.
I'm going to do that now. I can't wait. I've been looking forward to cutting these ends off rather than sitting them, leaving them sitting there. So here we go. So we've got this to the end. And then you'd weave that in on the next
of course,
background row. I'll just finish off the last 2, and remember these are in knit, so I've wound it round the pink, take it to the front and knit the last 2. Give that a little tug, and there we are. And so the pink would get woven in on the next one. Got some scissors somewhere, here we go. Not very good ones, but never mind. They'll do. Ooh, they're not very good ones. Who on earth put these in my box?
Well, who packed your box this morning?
No, it wasn't.
And literally, you're just literally shaving off.
Absolutely, and you can cut right up because you know they're woven in.
Yeah.
So
even if you throw it in the washing machine and everything, that's not going to unweave itself.
Not really, as long as you've done enough.
Yeah.
I personally, I wouldn't throw Rowan felted tweed into the washing
Oh,
machine.
okay. No, that's fine. How would you wash it then? Just by hand?
I'd wash it by hand, yeah, I would. And get some sharper scissors than I've got here.
Yeah.
These are just craft
Yeah, they
scissors
do look
by the
like
look of
playtime
it. They
scissors.
do, yeah, dreadful. I've got some of those lovely gold ones.
Oh, no.
They've disappeared.
Yeah.
So there you go, weaving in your ends as you go.
And look how neat, exactly. That's
so
brilliant.
neat, yeah, really neat.
I mean, you can sort of see it on the back side where it's woven in, but that's really good, isn't it?
But it doesn't really show through
on
the front.
side.
And the reason is because you've got these 4 rows of the mane in between, that sort of helps absorb, if you like, the slight extra thickness. It's great. I love that.
Perfect. It's just one of those kits left if you want that scarf.
Oh, can I have that one?
No.
No.
There it is. That's the scarf finished there. What would you like to show now? You're right.
Right,
What would you like to show next?
So we've done paint daubs.
Yeah.
I tell you what we'll do next. We will do this one.
Right. Now this one.
This is what's this one called?
I'm in the way.
Checkerboard.
Oh, take the block. Take me out, Emma. Oh,
Checkerboard.
There you go. Checkerboard.
Look at that. How beautiful is that? All those different.
But how
lovely
many colours? You don't knit it like a quilt then? You don't make lots of squares and sew them together?
No, it's all done together.
How big are your needles?
It's circular.
Yeah, big circulars.
Big circulars. So obviously.
I've just thrown it over like that. It looks like a poncho. It's a throw. It's a serape, as they call them. Yeah.
So I've got a small sample here of just 3 little squares in each colour. But if you actually look on the sample, if I get it up the right way, you've got 5
Oh, hang on, let Emma just get in on that one.
5 squares
Yeah.
of each section.
Right. So you're doing
Good at
3s
pulling
in
this
different...
out.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, so we've got 5 by 5 by 5
Yeah.
of each section. And I'm just doing a little 3 by 3 just to show you over 2 sets of squares.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the reason I'm showing this again, I have shown this once before, but I didn't show you how to track the floats at the back.
Do what?
I'll show you. Let's show the back. I always show the back first. Here we go.
Yeah.
See, these little floats have been sort of trapped so they're not too big.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, if you just do 5 stitches in one and then 5 stitches in the next, you'll have quite big loops across the back.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Which is fine. You know, it's no
Well, it's a
big
wrapper.
deal,
They could get
but
caught
it
in
is a
nails and
blanket
things.
and you can catch fingers in it. So I'm going to show this time how to actually trap the other colour when you're working along. So that's what we're doing here.
Okay.
So I think that's the wrong size needle. Let's get that one.
Yeah, it would help if they were the same
No,
size, wouldn't it?
that was the right one. Here we go. So I will hold them in 2 hands again, like I did before. I'll just wrap them around each other at the beginning. So I've got the blue in my right hand and the orange in my left. So I've got 5 blues. So I'm actually going to trap in the centre stitch. So do 2 blues first. And then just like we did with weaving in, it's exactly the same. I put my needle in and I pull the orange up there over the back needle, make the stitch, and as it pops off, it's trapped on one side of the stitch.
It's like you're doing a stitch around it, so it's all holding it in.
And then when you do the next stitch, it's fully trapped at the back there. So there you go, fully trapped.
Yeah.
So one more blue, and then we move on to the orange. So the orange is the one I'm holding in my left hand. So it's slightly different when you trap for this. So 2 orange, and then I've got to trap the blue because I've got to take it with me for the next blue.
Why don't you trap? Why did you do 2 orange before you trap the blue?
Because I'm decided to trap it on the centre stitch.
Right.
In the 5.
Oh, okay.
But you could trap it anywhere along you wanted.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do it too often, and I wanted to, if you do it in the centre each time, although that's not always recommended for fair art, it just means that the back's really lovely and neat.
Oh, I see. So we're not we're not weaving. We're just catching it. So you don't have
sort
one
of
big
are.
stitch.
You're weaving and then dropping it back again, so you're just trapping it.
Yeah, yeah. So
weaving.
basically, instead of it all being hidden in there, you're just catching the odd one in there from the halfway through, so that these stitches at the back aren't great big long stitches, but you still have other stitches there.
Yeah, you could actually, and there is one designer I know who does this, traps on every other stitch.
Oh, okay.
So you could do that if you wanted to. So anyway, let's show you how to trap this blue because it's slightly different for the one in your right hand. So we go into there. Now, we can't just lay it across because it won't get trapped. What we have to do is almost as if come from the back. It's almost as if you're doing a stitch.
Yeah.
But just leave it there. Do your real stitch, then undo it.
Oh.
So let me show you that again. That's what traps it going this way, your right hand yarn. So you wrap it around as if you're going to knit with it. You wrap your orange around as if you're going to knit with it, which you are, and then you unwrap your blue. And then when you take your orange through, it's trapped that blue on the back.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see that again in a minute.
Yeah.
2 more orange. Now, the only reason that's different is because I like to hold 1 yarn in each hand. If you're doing it all holding in the right hand, then you do the same style for each one. So we're back to the blue now. So 2 blues. Trap the orange. So go to work the blue and just pick it up over the top there. Work it, drop it back. 2 more blue. And we're at the end of this square now. Okay, so we have trapped in that centre stitch on each of those groups of 5 stitches. We've trapped.
Yeah, I see. So
orange,
instead of having one long one, you're just catching it up.
Yes, that's right. Now we've got 2 brand new colours coming up now. So I would tend to, because this is like a Intarsia in effect.
Yeah.
You're meeting different. So I just wrap the 2 round the other 2.
Right.
Then I'm going to split and start working the yellow in my right hand. So 2 yellows. Then I'll trap the purple. The purple I'm holding in my left hand. So this time it's just over the top, make the yellow, take it back. 2 more yellow. Now we've got to do the purple. So this is the one which is slightly different. Make the purple by picking up that stitch. 2. Do as if to knit, unwrap. Okay, and that makes that stitch there and traps the yellow. You do soon get the hang of it.
Yeah.
So actually, this isn't as terrifying as it looks, I don't think.
No. I think it's once you get the hang of it, like you say, the first, maybe practice with some other yarn first before you set off on this one.
Yes.
Just to get used to it, to get the muscle memory going, and then you can.
And there we go. And that, like you say, that makes it a bit neater on the back.
Yeah.
And it's all trapped. Okay. So that's that
in the
one.
punk era, we used to wear the jumpers the other way round. So we used to have the trap bit on the outside.
Really?
Yeah.
I was in the punk era.
And
I don't remember doing that.
The mohair jumpers and everything?
Oh,
maybe I was doing it before. I was the older version.
Oh, you were setting the scene, John. You were
I was what?
Setting the scene for the rest of us.
I was just a student, not an art student, drama student at the time. Anyway, look, can I just point out, I mean, I know Carol's just shown you a little bit, but look how big this kit makes, right? It's enormous. Can you imagine having something like this? It's just, I'll wrap it round, right? I might hit my microphone now, but it's huge, right? Look.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Isn't it beautiful? Look. I mean, it's massive.
Colours.
I love it. I love this.
This is definitely an heirloom piece.
It is. Oh, there you go. Well, I wouldn't wrap it round my blooming rocking horse, that's for sure. You see, Hannah, now you know I know you don't have them anymore, but your Sunday afternoon hangover quilts. I was saying yesterday we had that. This would be amazing for your Sunday afternoon snuggle on the sofa. There's room for 2 of you in this now. Hannah's got a new boyfriend, you see. So.
Oh, okay.
So, no, not me. How can I come round? I've not even been invited into your house. I've known you for years and I've still not been invited into a house. Yeah, Hannah and I would be like this. I'd be this end like this, and then she'd be right the way down this end like this. And I'm not allowed to sit on a sofa. I have to sit on the armchair. Nobody's allowed on the sofa with her. Anyway, that's not just me. That's our friends and everything. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out because I know £179 is a considered purchase, but you know what? How much would you pay for this in a shop?
I dread to think, really, John.
I know. You go to a designer store and see something handmade. And I know you've got to knit it, but you're going to enjoy knitting it, aren't you? But this, like you say, it really is an heirloom piece.
Yeah,
It's a piece you're going to keep and keep and keep.
Absolutely,
Yeah, take advantage of split pay. That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for. How much is it? $59.99 3 times. I know. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Sorry, did I interrupt there?
No, it's all right. I'm just going to start off showing you a purl row, just so you've got a clear idea that it's the same, really, going backwards. So I'm working backwards. I've done 2 yellows, pop the purple up over that needle like you did before, and then back round, and it traps it on there, on that side, and then similar with the purple. Well, this is a bit weird because you have to move it round and then do the purl and then undo it.
Yeah.
And take it through. But it is the same theory, each side. It just takes practice. Mm-hmm. And like I say, I need practice on the purl side, even though I've been doing it for donkey's years.
Yeah.
But I do need a bit more practice.
Lo says she remembers watching her mum do this.
Yeah.
She knows it's not easy, but once you get the swing of it,
it's like you say, it's muscle memory, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's what it's all about. Your muscles learn what they've got to do.
Exactly.
So that's that one.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
You got any more?
Yes, what I've got is a little bit. Can we see? Yeah, we can see the halo. So if I just pull that out a little bit there.
Hang on, she'll just come round to
I'm going to be showing you how to work one of the circles. And the bit that I want to point out is that as you're coming across the bottom here, you need to, or it's best to, look ahead, move your yarn to where you're next going to need it.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to be showing you here. I have a chart from that book. It's not a very clear chart, but I understand it.
But that's inside the booklet that you get with it,
That's inside the book that you get. So what I've done here, this is just the start of one of the circles. So we have a yellow section on both sides, and this is Intarsia. So you have lots of ends, and you wrap them around each other. Right. So I've actually done the first 2 rows, if you like, where there's more colours. So there's the blue ones in the middle. Yeah. And in the next row, I've got to introduce a 3rd colour. But I've also got to look at my chart and see where the blue or the yellow needs to be on the next row. Right. So because that will help you.
Of course. So that's the line. The blue on yours is the line round, and then the next colour you're introducing is the inside of the circle.
Inside of the circle, yeah. So I've got orange there, so it's nice and clear. I do have another bit of blue because we're going to have 2 bits of blue going up either side, so we need another bit of blue. So I've got that. Actually got prepared for that. Okay, so the next bit of the chart just stops, let me think, 2 before that blue. So I do yellows, I do 4 yellows in effect. And as you say, these charts are all in there in all the different colours for you. But it's basically the same shape. So 4 yellows. Then I introduce the blue. Now this thinking ahead, see what I've done before, on the row before, I trapped my blue at this point. Right. So that I could use it without stretching across. And I'm going to show you how to do that when we get to the end. So I just twist them around each other. I've got 4 blues to do. I leave the yellow where it is because that's going to be going back the other way anyway. Now I have the centre 5 is going to be orange. So I've got my orange, wrap it around just to start.
Oh, so it's the same thing again, yeah?
Same thing again, yeah. I'll leave that blue where it is because that's going back that way. But when we get to the end here, after I've done my 5 oranges, I'm now introducing my 2nd bit of blue to do the other side of the circle. You could weave these ends in as well if you want, exactly the same way as I did before, but I'm not concentrating on that at the moment. So 2 blues there, 2 more blues, and then we're going to the yellow, which is fine. The yellow's just there, not too far away. But I know that on the next row, I need to move that blue over to be in exactly the right position for the next row. So what I'm going to do is 2 yellows. You don't have to do this. You can pull it across, but I think it makes a neater finish. Yeah. So you see, I've just looped the blue over that yellow before I do the next yellow stitch.
Oh, I see. So you know that it's going to be sticking out where you need it when you come back.
Where you need it, yeah. Just tighten it up a little bit.
He said in layman's terms.
So when I come back now, it's going to be there, ready. The next row is 2 yellows. Yeah. Then you pick up your blue. Yeah. And do some blues.
Yeah. Okay. And then you do the same with the blue on the other end.
On the other end, yes, absolutely. Now, you don't have to do that, as I've said, but I think if you don't do it, what sometimes happens is you get a little pull from the previous row and a tiny little hole appears. And because I'm such a perfectionist, that's how I like to do it.
Perfect.
Okay. So should we just do one more row?
Do one more row, and then I'll do my round. Oh, in fact, do a very quick round up, yes.
Well, I don't have to do it.
No, I want you to. It's all about knitting. It's not about me.
So here we go. So now I'm ready with that blue. Just wrap around each other like you do for Intarsia. And how many blues have I got to do this time? 3, I do believe. No, must be more than that.
Talking to yourself now.
Yeah, I know, it's dreadful, isn't it? Did you see what I didn't do though? I didn't read ahead too far because I forgot to take my orange.
Oh no.
Because it's orange now.
So what do you do if you forget?
Well, it doesn't, it's only 1 stitch, so I would be very, very carefully.
Yeah, but when you get more and more into the circle, you don't want to forget it when you get in the middle of that circle because it'd be a huge amount to go.
But the thing is, once you get to the middle, John, it's actually easier because there's a lot of shaping around here. But once you get to the middle, it's just that colour, then that colour, then that colour. You don't have to carry it too far.
Of course,
so it's only the beginning and the end where
But
it
you
might
need to
be
do
worth just, watching how you're carrying it. So I missed one there. That's very naughty of me. Two more.
It's difficult. You're standing up. You've got me
oranges.
whittering in your ear.
I am getting better at counting and listening to people now.
Oh, good.
To be honest. And there's my blue.
Yeah.
And my yellow is there waiting for me to finish off that row. I don't need to move the blue any further for this because I've just got a short squat circle, not a proper circle. So.
Okay, I've got to ask this. Angeli, Emma and Susan all want to know what pattern you're wearing.
I knew someone's going to ask that again because I did last time.
Oh.
Right, folks, I have to admit now, this is actually...
From Etam.
You're close.
Oh.
It's actually a bought jumper.
Oh, how? No.
I fell in love with it, but having said that, last time some people said that. So I'm coming up with a pattern.
Oh, brilliant. What shop was it from?
It was a garden centre somewhere.
Oh,
so.
okay. Not even designer.
No.
Oh, so we
Well-
can't even help you with the name of the shop. It was some garden centre somewhere. but you're gonna do the pattern for.
I am actually working on it. Yeah, with we're slightly different at the front
Yeah.
there, but
Brilliant.
I am working on it.
Fantastic. There you go. They answered that your question. Because so many people asking. Right, I've only got 4 minutes left. So what do I need to do, Hannah? I've got to recap the little skinny scarf.
Here we go.
I'll do it from a photo. No, I'm not going to get the boxes out because I won't get the right ones out. There's only one available of the skinny scarf. It's the mist colours in the mist scarf, £122.99. It is on split pay. 2 payments of £61.49. There's only one left. It is beautiful.
It is
it's
absolutely
lovely.
gorgeous.
Because
I
what it
love
is
this one.
it's 2 rows of colour between the bluey grey. It's lovely. Between the smoky grey. It's beautiful. Okay. There you go. There it is.
But those 2 rows really make it pop, don't
Yes.
they?
And then the big blanket that I've got here. I've got the... Ooh. You want to see the back of the big blanket? Click, 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 click. There's the back. You see, I mean, it doesn't matter which way, does it? It's beautiful, because if there's where you've just caught all the colours down. There's only 2 of these left now. There's only 2 of the checkerboard throw kit left now. I'll show you the right side. There's the wrong side. There's the right side. Beautiful. There's only 2 of those left. £179. You get it on 3 split payments of £59.99 if you want. The yarn is just exquisite, I need to tell you. And what was the last one? Oh, the sampler scarf, which is... I've got that. I've got the sampler scarf, which is just beautiful. Now this, just so you know, when you make this up, this is doubled. It's not a back and a front. This looks like it's been knitted in a tube or something.
Well, I think it's knitted flat and sewn at the end, from what I can remember.
Oh, okay, so there's a seam down there.
Maybe there is a seam.
Yeah, so
there
literally,
is, yeah.
it's not. This isn't the front and the back. That's
No.
all the front, and then you knit it. You do a seam up at the
Yeah.
back there. Look.
That
But it's-
helps with your ends.
Yes. Oh, yeah, totally. And it's exquisite. £138.99, 2 split payments of £69.49. You get all the yarn you need, plus the books. There it is. She's waiting for a bus, yeah. She'll be waiting a long time there. Anyway, it's beautiful. Can I just say, it's absolutely exquisite, that one. And I've got the 3 books that you can buy on their own as well. Lady with what? This one. So you can buy the book on its own, £12. £12. It's got loads in it. It's got loads of things in it, look. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, there it is. There's the checkerboard. Oh, you see, look at it thrown over the bed. Ooh. Beautiful, isn't it? That's that book. So that's got all of those in. Look, all of that. So it's got the circles. Circle. That's not
Halo.
circle in a square.
Yeah.
That's circle in a square.
Yeah. Halo.
Halo.
cardigan.
Halo spots. That one's called. Beautiful, isn't it? Right, so that's all in that book, £12. Then I've got this one that had the sampler scarf in it. Hang on, yeah. There we go. So that first one was called Kaffe's Colours, Rowan Kaffe's Colours. This one's called Winter Vintage. Very quickly show you here. So there's the scarf. There's a lovely wrap with big flowers on it. It's very Kaffe, isn't it? And and this one's got the hang on, where's it? There. I'm going to the front with all the patterns. Sorry, I know I've got. Look, I love that. I used to have that jumper exactly like that in blue years ago when I lived in Colchester. Anyway, so there's all the beautiful patterns in there. And then very last but not least, I'm rushing now. We've got the felted tweed, which is what the yarn was that we've been using here. And in this book, oh, hang on, wait for the graphics. There we go. This is with the cushions and the throws and that. Oh, look, that's nice. Zigzag wrap, that's called. There's the jaunty weave cushion. There's the black and white boxes. Beautiful. Oh, I love that one. Anyway, there's everything in there for you, £12. Just exquisite, isn't it? Right, so Yarn Lane will be back on, I don't even know what day of the week it is, Wednesday. Oh, it's Sam Sabido, Adventure in Crafting. It's lovely. She put it on Facebook or Instagram already. She's doing a summer wreath. It's lovely. Really, really lovely. I won't see you on Yarn Lane now till Friday, but I will see you on Sewing Street tomorrow morning. Carol, thank you so much for coming
You're welcome,
in.
Tom.
Hurry up and get that pattern done.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. She said, I will. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Do not be late.